All right, let's make sure audio is working. Make sure audio. All right, audio is good. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Malin. Welcome to part 5 of the College Football 25 Texas Tech Dynasty. We're in the 2025 offseason. Last time we left off, I've led Texas Tech to arguably their best season in program history. Regardless of what bowl game we get or what happens throughout the rest of this period, I have made dreams happen in Lubbock. We're in the Big 12 championship game for the first time in the history of the program with a roster that, in my opinion, I felt was, pretty inferior. I felt like this team wasn't going to be good enough to maybe even win, maybe even like 8 games or 7 games at one point. Like we were going to be lucky to just get to 6 and make a bowl game. But look, 12th ranked in the country, so we are in the college football playoff standings. We're 10-2. We went 7-2 in the conference, and we got to face Arizona in the Big 12 championship game at AT&T Stadium. Definitely not on the bingo card in terms of the Big 12 representatives that I would expect. Now, I'm trying to kind of speed this up a little bit at times. I'm going to actually simulate the Big 12 championship game. Now, obviously, I know y'all may be a little bit upset with me for doing this, but I tried to speed this up a little bit, and you know what? The team is playing well. We played a very good last regular season game against Kansas, so I want to see how the team is able to figure things out with me not at the helm. Do we win the Big 12? Even if we lose, this has still been a great season. We got a commit from Frederick Frampton, College Station, Texas, 2-star right end. We also got another 2-star commit, middle linebacker Andreas Catapano, and we got some 4-star and 5-star recruits coming to town next season, so I'm stoked about that. And we got another 3-star wide receiver, Kevin Mancusko. The 5-star is actually an athlete who is probably going to be best suited for a middle linebacker. He may be related to this guy, but I'm not 100% sure. I think they're both from Missouri City, Texas, so I think I recruited a couple of brothers, twin brothers, if I'm being honest. I'll have to look at what they look like and see if they are really twins or if they're just brothers, but I'll see. And that's it in terms of commitments. The only guy we lost out on was Antoine, this 3-star. I forget what he was. Let's see. So who did we lose out on? We lost out to this. We lost out to the kicker. Okay, so kicker may not be our number one priority, but we do need to focus on that. The rest of the recruits that are even really interested in us at this point that are almost locks to commit are all 2-stars. We've had a bunch of 3-stars in here. This 3-star, Shimbo, we're now 3rd on his interest list. We're 3rd in his top 8, but don't know if we're going to be able to land him based on that. And what happened in the Big 12 championship game? Okay, well, it's the end of the regular season, so of course we're going to, in the conference championship weekend, so we're going to see who won the awards. So the 2025 Heisman Trophy winner is Antonio Williams, junior wide receiver out of Clemson. Have to admit, don't know who that is. I assume he is a real receiver, so congratulations to him. I don't know if the best defensive player of the year goes to Dylan Spencer. I'm going to actually get a quick picture of this for my social media for later. Dylan Spencer, our middle linebacker, wins best defensive player. He had 9 sacks, 30 tackles, and 2 forced fumbles. Dylan Spencer, he was on a tear this season for the back half of the season. Every time I was looking up, I swear we were getting sacks with him, and it was spectacular. So Dylan Spencer wins best defensive player of the year. I think that would be considered the maybe like the Jim Thorpe Award or something like that. I don't really know, but if he's the best defensive player award winner, I assume that's probably maybe the Chuck Bednarik Award. Maybe that one, the Bednarik Award, something like that. I don't know. So is that the only thing we have to do? And the best defensive back award, A.J. McCarty, with 7 picks, 36 tackles, and the interception return for a touchdown in the big win against Oklahoma State. He wins best defensive back of the year. I got a picture of that as well. So, wow, what a second season this has been. We got not one, but 2 award winners. And Dylan Spencer also won Best Linebacker of the Year award. Dylan Spencer is the best defensive player in the country, arguably. There's no doubt about it, leaving absolutely no doubt whatsoever who's the best in the nation. Did we have any other award winners? We didn't. But based on the bowl game that we got going up against the San Jose State Spartans, we're in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Looks like we lost the Big 12 championship game. It put us at number 14th in the country. So looks like we didn't get the job done against Arizona. I'm going to take a look and see what that final score was. Let me go ahead and take a look at what happened in this game. Kind of a shame that, it was close, though, man. We only lost by 4 points. But Arizona's a good team, and with them winning against us, it put them in the top 10. So they're going to the college football playoff. Let me actually see if I can check out the playoffs this year and see who is in the playoff bracket this year. This is the bracket. Let's see who's in here. Okay, so here we go. Year 2 college football playoff bracket. We got number 8 LSU, number 9 East Carolina. That was not on my bingo card to begin the season. We got 5th-ranked Florida going up against Jacksonville State. What is going on? 12-1? What conference is Jacksonville State even in? I don't know if they're in the MAC or the WAC. I don't know what conference they're in, but wow. I'm pretty sure that's a group of 5 team. The same thing goes for, well, then again, the way the playoff structure is, that's supposed to include group of 5 conference teams. So Clemson is the number 1 seed. Arizona, because they beat us, they're number 4. Georgia's number 2. Oregon's number 3. A&M 6th. UTSA 11th. So that'll be a pretty intriguing matchup. UTSA in the college football playoff in year 2, 2025. How about that? They must be doing big things down there. Jeff Traylor's got to be doing big things, even though they're not real coaches in this game. And Alabama back in the playoff, 10th-ranked team going against 7th-ranked Tennessee. So an all-SEC first matchup. Looking like that, hey, it's going to be an all-SEC matchup in week 2 because Georgia is playing in the Sugar Bowl. We got the Cotton Bowl, which Oregon is going to be playing against either A&M or UTSA. Rose Bowl is going to be Arizona against either Florida or Jacksonville State. And the Capital One Orange Bowl, that's going to be Clemson going up against either East Carolina or LSU. We'll check in on the playoffs as we go week by week, but that's not going to come until we get these bowl games. Let me just out of curiosity see what job offers we do have. Defensive coordinator, these are, wow. Texas is offering me a head coaching job. Absolutely not. We are not going there. I created Joey McGuire to turn Texas Tech into a national powerhouse. But before the bowl game, let's check out early National Signing Day, and let's double-check and see who we are definitely signing. So pretty much all of these guys that we had on our list, except for this safety, Lowe is going to Tulsa, and Penny, the kicker, we lost out on. This guy, Toanala, this corner, he's a 2-star. If we lose out on him, fine. We're 3rd on his list anyway. But these are all the guys that looks like are going to be signing on the dotted line early for National Signing Day. Obviously, we don't have any is the transfer portal available to look at yet, or do we have to wait till the end of the season? Okay, so we can't look at the transfer portal until the bowl season officially begins. Although I think in real life, the transfer portal opens up when the regular season or conference championship weekend ends, because I do know this. There were some commits that happened during bowl season, at least for my Red Raiders this past offseason in real life. So, yeah. Well, look, hey, we finished the regular season 10-3. We're 14th ranked in the country, finishing 7-2. We're going up against unranked San Jose State. They finished the season 8-4. They went 6-2 in their conference. I forget what conference San Jose State is in. I feel like they're maybe in the MAC or something. I can't remember. But yeah, let's take a look at staff moves. I want to see if we lost any of our coordinators or anything like that. So the Texas head coach named LeVar Ogden, I guess a.k.a. Steve Sarkisian, I guess he must have lost his job because it says they fired him. So they're looking. So University of Texas looking for a new head coach. What was their regular season? Like, what happened? Record versus rivals, 1-5. Record versus top 25, 2-9. He went 10-14 during his career. I got to take a look at some of the standings here because I got to take a look at can I take a look at like conference standings? Yeah. Okay, so I want to go to the SEC. What did Texas finish? Texas finished 4-8, 3-5 in the SEC. Wow, in UT, that'll get you fired. I'm sorry, but it's the absolute 100% truth. Wow, Texas finished 4-8. I don't know how they did last season. I know yours is gone, but I think they still have Arch Manning. Do they? Does UT still have Arch Manning? Can we look at stats? Let's see. Let's take a look at stats. Season stats, maybe. Let's take a look at Texas. Arch Manning is their quarterback. Threw for 2,400 yards, 15 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Not gaudy numbers. He's an 88 overall, but yeah, man, well, they didn't have a 1,000-yard rusher. Baxter only had 526 yards. Their next best guy, Blue, finished with 308. He had the most touchdowns. Receiving-wise, they didn't have a 1,000-yard receiver. Johnny Cook finished, wow. No wonder UT finished 4-8. Looks like their offense was very pedestrian this year. So maybe Quinn Ewers was the better quarterback. I don't know. Yeah, so right now, at least in my college football sim, it's looking like Arch Manning isn't the answer for UT to go back to the national championship. Meanwhile, we finished 14th in the country this season, and we're 10-3, lost the Big 12 title game, and we're playing in all sense, in a way, a crappy bowl game against 8-4 San Jose State. I want to see what's conference San Jose State is in. I want to see if I can find them because I forget what conference they're in. I don't think they're in the ACC. Are they in the American Athletic Conference? No, they're not in that one. Definitely on Big 12. Conference USA, maybe. Okay, so Jacksonville State is in Conference USA, and they finished 12-1, and they're only a 75 overall. But then again, a lot of these teams are not that great. The highest-rated team in this conference is the Liberty Flames, but they only finished 6-6. Pretty sure they're going to a bowl game, though, but still, they're the best. They're the better team overall, and they finished 6-6. That's pretty interesting. They're not an independent. They're not in the MAC. In the Mountain West, they are. Okay, so they finished 6-2 in the conference, 8-4. The winner of the conference was 22nd ranked Boise State, 10-3. They must have lost the conference championship game. I don't know who they played. Maybe it was Air Force. Fresno State finished 4-8, but they're ranked just as high as Boise State. Okay, so we're playing a team from the Mountain West in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. This is the bowl that's played at the Diamondback Stadium in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm definitely playing the bowl game for sure. There's no question about that. Let me go ahead and see if I can change the uniforms a little bit. Let me go with the current alternate, current away option. Yeah, let's go with the black pants and the black jersey. Black pants and the black helmet, excuse me. Well, first year for Texas Tech playing in the Big 12 title game is a loss to Arizona. But we got that bowl game berth. We're playing in a baseball stadium in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. You know, not exactly where we want it to be. It's not the Independence Bowl, so it's a little bit better of a bowl game. We're playing San Jose State, who's 8-4. Hopefully we get a win in this game, finish the season out strong, even though we didn't win the Big 12. But, you know, I'm trying to kind of progress this team a little bit, not get us all the way into the college football playoff within 2 years. Kind of want this to be a legitimate kind of rebuild also, so I don't want to speed up the process. And even in the championship game, we played like we belonged there. We only lost by 4 points. It was 38-34. So, looks like that, you know, overall, you know, we showed up in the championship game, we played our hearts out, it just didn't work. But here we go. Guaranteed Rate Bowl, let's get that win to end the season. All right. Last year's bowl game was actually pretty challenging as we faced off against Nebraska. They were unranked and they were 8-4. But we start on defense first, so let's see if Dylan Spencer can continue the success he had in the regular season, as well as A.J. McCarty. Defense ruled for us this year, no awards for our offense. But then again, we didn't have a dominant running back like we had last year. We really had Dawkins and Valdez sharing the workload. Baron Morton, I think, really had, in hindsight, maybe a pedestrian type of year throwing the football for a Tech quarterback in terms of that concern. Did we get the fumble? Yes! Wow, we got the fumble recovery. Who was that? Was that Jordan? Wow. Nice. Second play of the game, and we get the turnover. That's awesome. Although I don't know if it'll stand because I think his knee was down. They're going to review it? No, they're not going to review it. Our ball. All right, let's run and play quickly before they decide to make a change. First series of the game, we get a turnover. That's the way we like to start. I probably should have went more to the outside with Valdez, but I kind of stayed inside and kind of ran into my offensive lineman. Just running with Morton up the middle. Get that block for me. There we go, boys. Let's go. Get out of bounds, Morton. That's a late hit, I think. Well, they didn't call it. All right, let's go. This is Morton's last game, and for Valdez, this is his last game too. For a lot of these guys, it's their last time putting on the pads and playing for this team. So let's go out with a win. We want to end with a bowl game victory. It may be the guaranteed rate ball with a giant cactus-looking trophy, but let's get it. There we go, and Dawkins gets the angle pass. I love that call that play because the running back is open 9 times out of 10 in the flat, and you just throw it to him. It makes for an easy play. But Dawkins, our running back, comes out of the backfield, gets the touchdown reception, and bruised ribs. Nah, let's go ahead and keep Kemp back in there, a.k.a. Jury and Lofton. Like I said, that's one of the players that I guess didn't agree to have their likeness in the game, so they're not in the game. You can create them by changing the names, but I forgot to do it before I started this Dynasty. Well, we got a fumble recovery on our first possession. What can we do here? There we go. Dylan Spencer came in there with a big hit on Rigsby. Final game for a lot of these guys. There we go. Make that tackle. Get to the point. There we go. 35. Get around him. No, he threw that ball away. He felt Dylan Spencer closing in on him, and we were able to create that pressure, make him get rid of that football. Nice job. Let's go. Let's go, Hudson. All right, well, you did what you could, man. Solid return. We'll take it. All right, offense. Let's get back out there and let's get some more points. Go, Morton, go. I wish that guy threw a block for me, but that's what it is. I don't know why I'm scrambling a bunch with Morton early in this game. I mean, there's been some, rushing lanes that have been open. I figured, hey, let's go ahead and do it. Read option. There we go, Dawkins. Nice run. There we go. Micah finally got open on the slant. That's what I've been waiting for. They've covered our receivers pretty well so far. So I haven't really been, happy about pulling the trigger, so to speak. Here we go. Valdez. 1 yard short. All right. We'll take that, though. A little power O. Non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl? I think you remember all the Valdez, nice run. Throughout your career, and it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. There we go, Braxton. There we go. Down to the 2 yard line. Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, I'm not going to abandon the run just yet. Almost there. All right, come on. Let's go. Let's get in Valdez. There we go. Touchdown, Cameron Valdez. We're up 2 TDs in the first. Let's go. Last game for Valdez as well. Last game for a lot of these guys. We want to get this done. I mean, we're going to have some more positions to fill next season, obviously, but this recruiting class coming in, we got some good players, so I'm pretty stoked about our future. But, eventually as the years keep going, we're going to lose guys that were originally a part of this dynasty when we started. So that's going to be a tough adjustment, but not too concerned about it. That's what happens in college football. Meanwhile, McCarty with a nice tackle right there. Didn't let the running back get loose. Tried to throw the out route. All right, well, that's the end of the first quarter, and we're up 14-zip on San Jose State.
So it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and
Guarantee rate bowl
until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
We're sweating out here in Phoenix, Arizona. Although this stadium doesn't look anything like the Diamondback Stadium. I don't know. I think this is a randomly generated stadium. This doesn't look like the Diamondback Stadium where this game is played, unless they've changed the location for this year. Oh no, Dylan Spencer's hurt. Oh man, that's the last guy on defense I wanted to see get injured. All right, well, we got the freshman Baker in there. Ooh! But our defense still is swarming out there, and we get the stop on third down. Bruised ribs. All right. Well, we got off the field. That hopefully gave time Spencer to heal. Hopefully he can come back in and play okay. I don't know how much of a threat he'll be able to be to the QB from now on, but I still want him out there. He's been our best defensive player all season. I mean, he won 2 awards this year alone. That's very impressive. Miller, there we go. Horton got hit pretty hard, but he got that completion to Miller. That's what we love to see. Micah, there we go. Get open. There we go. Wide open. Let's go. Let's go, Dawkins. Here we go, O-line. Get those blocks. Ooh, break those tackles, Dawkins. Let's go. We got to show these guys some power football here.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
All right, come on, Valdez. Ah, I think I picked the wrong hole there.
He gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The play action fake.
Miller. There we go, Miller. Ooh, he got flipped big time. Awesome. We got the first down. We got a 1st and goal situation coming up.
Looking downfield, it's Morton.
Oh, that was a terrible decision. Threw that thing backwards. It's all right, Dawkins. That wasn't your fault. I shouldn't have called that play. Hudson. Catch that? Yeah, he did. Okay, that linebacker was right there. He was pretty close to the ball. Let's run it again. Got the ball on the 1 yard line. Let's go to the inside zone split. Hopefully Valdez can get in for touchdown number 2. Come on, Valdez. But, oh, gosh, come on. All right, we'll kick the field goal. It's a 20-yarder. All right. Well, Burgess gets the field goal for us. We're up 17-0. Obviously, would have loved to get 7 there, but it is what it is. Almost at the 2-minute warning, too.
And no chance at a return here.
Already off to a good start, 17-zip.
Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a...
Dylan Spencer is back in the game. Hopefully he'll be okay. There we go. All right. Well, their offense is going to start humming, I think, soon. So, obviously, we've still got to play, but we've built a good margin to start out this game. I mean, but it can disappear in a flash. Oh, man, I thought our DB was there to intercept that ball. All right, well, here come the Trojans. Oh, how did he bust out of there?
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch. He's down at the 5. And this is a really important series.
Bowl games are never easy.
To cut into the lead just before halftime.
Spencer.
Getting some heat.
Get the sack. There we go, defense. Let's go. I think that was Rigsby that came up the middle. Nice job. That might be a drive killer for him. This 2nd and goal, and it backed him way up. Backed him up pretty well. Only have 56 seconds in the half. They had to spend a timeout. We got 2 of those left. And Spencer almost got home with the sack. Throw it away. Sledge. I guess that's his name. Their quarterback. Good name. Just don't think he's that highly rated, though, so. Oh, come on, guys. We're right there. Well, they just narrowed the gap on that pass. Big time.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that just sparked this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown.
All right. San Jose State's kind of clawed their way back into this. We still have time, though. I'm going to see if I can at least get a field goal before the end of the half. See if I can get some points. I'm going to take my chances returning this with Boyd, and that didn't really help too much. All right, well, we can. Let's try to get down this field quickly. Maybe get a field goal if we can. Keep the pressure on him. Don't let him get too comfortable. There we go, Hudson. There we go. Break that. Run, run, run. There we go. Nice. That's the big first play of the drive that we needed to give us a chance for points. All right. Big first play to start the drive off. Just what we needed. 2 more big passing plays, and I think we'll be in field goal range. Come on, Eakin. Oh! Timeout. Yeah, come on. Let's make that, break that. There we go. Get out of bounds. Preserve some of that time. All right, we've got 25 seconds. Let's do weak flood. Then we need to get one more first down. And then I'll feel better about kicking a field goal from this distance. Oh, let's see if we can get that ball.
If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Morton. Throws to the tight end. Connection.
There we go.
Right. Makes the grab and knock down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line.
So we run a quick play.
As they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throwing right.
Miller. Timeout. Oh, he did get the... Oh, I wish I would have known that. Otherwise, I would have spent the timeout. I wasn't really thinking 7 there, but hey, if he crossed the goal line, it's a touchdown. It's a touchdown then.
He can run. Yeah, let's just forget about the blocking for now.
Nice. That's even better. Even better than what I thought we were going to get to end the half. 24-7. We got an offense that can run up like a cash register. So, we're playing flawless football on both sides of the ball right now. We're playing some pretty good football. 7 seconds for San Jose State to answer, but they probably won't. Yeah, they're just going to run it and get to halftime. They're not even going to try to do anything. Well, I say that. They called a timeout.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On second down, he'll fire. He hurls one deep down the left side.
No. Even if he caught that, it wouldn't matter.
Comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now.
24-7 at halftime of the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Red Raiders up. John Carlos Miller, 77 receiving yards, 4 catches, 1 TD.
And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker.
Our offense is clicking. And our defense has been playing as well as they've played all season, doing everything like we've been doing. Sticking to our formula that brought us here. Not going to divert now.
With that said,
let's let that go in the end zone. They're not going to chance a return now.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field.
Probably with a slant here.
Done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love.
Way to hold on to that ball, Micah. There we go. Smacked pretty hard at the end of the play, but he held on to the ball. The quick base here. Let's just run, pick up this first, not get too fancy with it. Go Dawkins. You got pop, but you did what we needed you to do.
You need to focus on finishing this game, punctuating this season.
Got this. Get that block. There we go. Another nice run.
Down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down.
Hudson.
With the catch, it's Hudson.
Go.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing.
Douglas, diving catch, but he got it. This is also Douglas's last game, too. Last 2 years he's been with us, former Florida Gator, doing big things.
More guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the passes.
Ooh, way to hold on to it, Tillman. There we go. That's our backup tight end. He'll probably be our starter next season. He's had a couple of moments, but, you know, not a whole lot of receptions for obvious reasons. So a lot of these receivers that have been buried on our depth chart, they're going to get playing time next season. There's no doubt about it. Next year, probably going to be Will Hammond's year as our starting quarterback. He's been on the bench for the last couple of years, but next year will be his year. So hopefully he's ready. I'm going to see how his progression goes this offseason, because I will be doing the off-season recruiting and stuff in this video as well after the bowl game is over. We're going to take a look at, obviously, how everything kind of ended in the playoffs and everything like that, but we'll also get into the off-season. And look at this. Cameron Dickey gets on the field, our starting running back for next season, and he gets into the end zone. What an appropriate time to score his first touchdown of the year. Cameron Dickey finds Pater. Let's go. Nice. That's a good precursor of things to come for us.
Kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
All right. Beautiful.
And he'll just
kind of bounced it outside. Had to pick my hole there, but I was able to get it around with Dickey. Excited to see what he can do this next season. We go. Get there, Spencer. There we go. Help clean it up. Nice job. Peoples, Spencer, both getting there.
At this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns.
There we go. Getting tackled, and there we go. Looks like Dylan Spencer's still looking okay despite the injury he had early in the game. Third quarter is almost over. Intercepted. Let's go. Sanford again. I don't know how many picks he has, but I know he's picked off a few this year. Gets a nice little run back. We've got 2 turnovers. Hopefully we can get 3. The whole take 3 is Tim DeRuyter always says. That's the defensive coordinator in real life, although in this mode we don't have a Tim DeRuyter.
I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more
here we go. Ooh. Hold on to that ball. But he did.
The offense is trying to force it, trying to get that first down. Makes the big mistake.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Tillman. Here we go, Tillman. Future starter. Touchdown. Let's go. 2 future starters for next season. Score touchdowns in the bowl game. I think that's perfectly appropriate.
The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no
38-7 going to the fourth quarter.
Making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Weston Bell, what up? Yeah, what up, man? Thanks for checking out the live stream. All right, let's go to the third quarter, or fourth quarter. Third quarter's about to end, I should say. Spencer, get there again. Get there. There we go. Right. And that's the end of the third quarter. The Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Red Raiders up 38-7. Looks like we're about to cruise our way to our second consecutive bowl win of the Dynasty. I mean, lost the Big 12 title game, but we're going to make up for it with this bowl win. Big time. We got some of the backups in there now, kind of getting some extra minutes, but you know what? Even for a bowl game, I'm okay with it. Arkansas State next. I don't know about that, man. This is a dynasty where I'm playing as my alma mater, my Texas Tech Red Raiders. Ooh, there we go. Almost picked that off, but there we go. 4th and 20. Let's go ahead and Get a return here.
3 and out and not much.
I mean, maybe I could try to put Arkansas State on our schedule for next year, because I'm going to do the offseason during this video, which, of course, requires forming our schedule, so I can maybe put them on the schedule.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense.
We do have backups in. Jake Strong is coming into the game.
Been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
Keep forgetting that Strong actually is our second-string quarterback. I think his rating is a little bit higher than Hammond, so I may go with him next season, just depending on how he develops. Because, you know, I want to go with the guy who has the highest projected overall, and I think that's fair enough to see how things look going into next year.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. They'll stick to
Nelson,
the ground, looking for the marker.
third, fourth-string running back, basically.
Stop him at the 43-yard line.
Kelby.
And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
I'm just going to try to show the best sportsmanship that I can and really just kind of run the football for the rest of this game. Just be conservative. We don't need to really be too aggressive unless we get to like a 3rd down and 4. And, yeah.
Give to the running back. Using that running game to launch him forward. He's got
My cousin is in Arkansas State, but he doesn't start. He's a freshman. Okay. After this game, I'll look up his name for the Arkansas State team, Weston. Do you know what his name is? If you tell me his name after the season's over, I can look him up in the rosters for the Dynasty mode. See what his name is, like see what his rating is if he's still playing at Arkansas State. Because the transfer portal exists. I don't know if like during the simulation, like your cousin might have transferred out of there or something.
This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
Nelson getting some minutes here. He's a wide receiver that I converted to running back because his overall went up this past offseason. I figured the risk was worth the reward. He'll be here, you know, next season. I don't know how much he'll be utilized, or maybe if I want to switch him back to receiver due to his size, but I don't know. He's a good receiving back for obvious reasons. As far as carrying, it's decent, but he still looks like a receiver more. But he just trucks some guys to get into the end zone for the touchdown. That's the 3rd straight touchdown by a backup player in this bowl game for us. That might be a record. 45-7. We're rolling away with this bowl game now. They might as well start engraving that cactus trophy with Texas Tech 2025 on it.
12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this.
Yeah. Fortunately, this game's almost over. Less than 2 minutes to go. San Jose State just playing out the stretch. Pretty. Then again, I mean, I guess it just is maybe the way that this game is, because sometimes I remember in like the old NCAA 06 games, right? I remember watching one of my favorite YouTubers. This guy, he still has a YouTube channel. His name's Miles Dawkins 24/7. He created a team, a school, called SAU, right? San Antonio University. But he made them an independent, like the Notre Dame, Navy, Army, all those schools. And every year, even if they went like 10-2, 11-2, or something like that, whether they lost like a championship game or not, they would get in a bowl game that is kind of like a lower tier one, which this Guarantee Rate Bowl, I think, can be considered a lower tier one. I mean, it's got Big 12 tie-ins. It still does. But, you know, I think that, as we get a pick to end the game. Oh, and we fumble the ball on the next play. We pick it right back up. Okay, that was a little bit weird, but we pick it up. Get the interception with our linebacker, but he fumbles it, and we get it right back. Yeah, I guess it's just the way the game tailors to it, you know, because like I feel like that even though we lost the Big 12 championship game, we should have gotten a better bowl game than this, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know how this game uses its, like, logic or how they pick teams, because obviously this is a video game. It's not like real life with the way that bowl teams are selected and everything based on, like, conference tie-ins and all that, even though that's changing because of the conference realignment. But I feel like that, you know, even though we lost and we're not going to the playoff, you know, we should at least be going to, like, maybe not a New Year's Six Bowl, but one that's, like, just on the outside. Maybe, like, I don't know, the Cheez-It Bowl in Florida, or, like, I don't know. Like, I thought even if we lost the Big 12 title game, we'd still get a chance to play in, like, the Cheez-It Bowl or something like that. But it is what it is. I mean, Tech has actually never played in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl before. There was one season, I think in 2017, when they went 6-6. Some thought that the Guaranteed Rate Bowl, I don't know if it was still called that then, it probably was. That was one of the bowls that was in consideration. This bowl tends to have more tie-ins with like 6-6 teams. But then again, I wonder if they're, taking teams with better records like us, whether it's in as Velson scores another touchdown when I wasn't really trying too hard on that play. They're just letting him in at this point. Our backups are just running all over them. But yeah, I mean, I feel like we should have been in a better bowl game than this, because the opponent we're facing, I think, is only in like the 70s, and we're an 84 overall team. So the difference on paper between us and San Jose State is pretty significant, and the score is showing it. So if they wanted a competitive bowl game, they didn't get it. But then again, this is bowl season, and that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of like the playoff structure and all that. So yeah, it is what it is. But hey, sometimes you go to bowl games that aren't necessarily that fair. But hey, we got our bowl win. We actually had a lot of backups even get a chance to play in this game because we wanted to show good sportsmanship and, not run up the score. We really weren't even trying to run up the score. They showed no resistance whatsoever, and we won 52-7. Could have been 52-0, but hey, show sportsmanship, be classy about it.
The ability to play to that standard.
So we win the Guaranteed Rate Bowl 52-7. And definitely a great season. I mean, this is probably the best football season in Texas Tech history, even the 08 season, because the 08 season, they didn't get a chance to play in the Big 12 title game, but they finished the season 9-3. But they went to the Cotton Bowl, and they got stomped by Ole Miss. So this season was even better because when we went to our bowl game and then we lost the championship game, we won it by a huge, huge margin. So this was big.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse
All right.
Palmer, David Pollack,
Had to post a quick photo. Let's go ahead and look at the stats for our players, because for a lot of players, for us, this is it, the last dance. So Baron Morton, in his final game as a Red Raider, 17 out of 18, 1 incompletion, 238 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Running the football, Cameron Valdez and Braxton Dawkins did their thing. They both had 11 carries. Valdez 61 yards, Dawkins 63 yards, 1 touchdown for Valdez. And Kelby Valson, our sophomore receiver converted to halfback, actually had 63 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. So that was pretty interesting. And also Cameron Dickey had 1 carry and it went for a touchdown. That's probably going to be one of our starters for next season, or maybe it'll be Valson, but we'll see. I don't know. Like I said, don't know if I want to keep Valson at running back. Maybe I'll move him out to receiver based on our depth chart. Micah Hudson, hopefully, knock on wood, we still got a couple more years with him. Our only 100-yard receiver. He didn't have any touchdowns, but we did have touchdowns with John Carlos Miller in his final game. And also Terrell Tillman. Actually, he is a senior, so we're going to lose him next year. And Dawkins, he had also a touchdown. But Dawkins, actually, I'm looking up now as a junior, so I think he'll be back next year to be our starter. So that'll actually be pretty nice. So I stand corrected with our running back situation. Dawkins will be back next season. Then again, he's not a real player. I don't know who he was supposed to represent for Texas Tech, but all I know is he's been good for us the last 2 years. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take a look and see how the rest of the bowl games went and just kind of see what happened with bowl season this year. Okay, so let's see. Bowl week 1. So, let me see kind of just how the rest of the Big 12 did, or teams that I'm interested in. So the first Big 12 matchup of bowl season actually was Colorado taking on USF, and Colorado got stomped by University of South Florida, 38-14 in the Liberty Bowl. So it looks like Deion Sanders and company aren't looking too sharp there. Texas Bowl, Oklahoma take on 25th ranked Kansas State. Kansas State representing the Big 12 well. They beat the Sooners 27-20. Oklahoma finished the season 8-5. So maybe first couple of years in the SEC aren't treating them the best. My dad's SMU Mustangs, they lost by 1 point once again in the Wasabi Fenway Bowl to Charlotte. They lost that bowl game actually this past year in real life to Boston College, but they're in the ACC now, so they're having a tough sledding of things. First round. Oh, I'll take a look at the playoff bracket after this. Let me take a look at the rest of the Big 12 and see how they did, if there's any more during the first week of bowl season. I don't see any more right now. Utah, they lost by 17 points in the Las Vegas Bowl to Penn State. Penn State actually was unranked. Utah was ranked 20th, so that's a little bit of an upset. TCU beat Purdue in the Independence Bowl 34-23, so they end the season with a win. And West Virginia lost to Tulsa in the Alamo Bowl. Week 2, we've got from the Big 12. Well, we'll look at the playoff structure later, but Arizona. So these games actually haven't been played yet, so we still have a couple more weeks to go. But for the rest of bowl season, we've got Arizona matching against Florida in the first round of the playoff. We've got also nobody else from the Big 12. Okay, so maybe not a whole lot of Big 12 teams actually went bowling this year. But you know what? It actually makes sense. This might have been a down year for the conference. But looks like we've gotten through all of the regular bowl games. And, looks like we've gotten through that. And let's go ahead and advance to next week. At the end of the season, I'm going to take a look at who wins the national championship game, and we'll kind of progress from there. Let's see. Let's go ahead and advance to next week. Once we get to the national championship game, we got to commit Ben Estrada, 2-star defensive tackle from Little Elm, Texas. And that's our only recruiting news for the week as far as commitments are concerned. So it looks like that the championship has been decided, and it looks like Florida won the national championship. Let's take a look at the whole bracket and let's see what happened. All right, so East Carolina upset number 8 LSU in the first round. Wow, that is surprising. Florida squeaked by Jacksonville State. Then on the other side, Alabama beat Tennessee. Not really surprised there. And then UTSA beat Texas A&M. That's very surprising. A Conference USA team being an SEC team. Pretty surprising if you ask me. Second round, we got East Carolina. They went up against Clemson, and they crashed back down to earth, lost to the number 1 team. They lost by 24 points. Arizona didn't represent us proud in the Rose Bowl. They lost by 2 points to the Florida Gators. So it was Gators and Clemson in the Fiesta Bowl for the semifinals. And on the other side of the bracket, we had another Alabama versus Georgia matchup. And this time, Georgia won 35-14. Once again, besting Alabama. And then UTSA pulled off another upset against number 3 Oregon, 36-34. And they went to the Peach Bowl in the semifinals. UTSA in the college football semifinals. Who would have thunk it? Unfortunately, Georgia crashed them back down to earth, 52-13. And, of course, Florida also scored 52 points. The only difference is Clemson scored 45, so it was a little bit more of a competitive matchup. So in the finals, in the college football playoff national championship, it was Florida, Georgia, a classic rivalry game in the playoff for the championship. It was an all-SEC matchup, and the winner was Florida in that one based on the scoreboard that I saw at the end. So Florida won the national championship in year number 2. How about that? Actually, I don't think it's been played yet. I think I was looking at another one. We got Mateo Anger from Austin, Texas, a 2-star linebacker to commit. We also got Lorenzo, a 2-star center to commit. We've reached the top 3 schools with this 2-star receiver, Wilcox. We're first on his list, so that's good. So hopefully we'll be getting some more commitments during this period. Let's see, top stories. And Georgia wins the national championship. They beat Florida 30-27 and they are the champions once again. So shout out to Kirby Smart and Georgia for winning another national championship. Let's check out some of the staff moves. I want to see if anything happened with any of our staff. I just want to see if any of our coaches got plucked away to be coaches somewhere else. I don't think so, but let's double check. These are all the OC movements. Okay. We haven't fired anybody, so if we don't fire anybody, I'm sure they can't pluck them. Chris Lacey hired as defensive coordinator. But we didn't fire anybody. They must have plucked away, or somebody must have plucked away our defensive coordinator. Let's take a look at our coaching staff now, because it's obviously changed. So Chris Lacey is our new defensive coordinator. Somebody plucked him away, but we still have our offensive coordinator, Leonard Goodman. And, of course, Joey McGuire is still here. I'm Joey McGuire. I'm controlling him. All right, then. So that's that. So now we're going to simulate to the offseason, and we'll get going and take a look at what we've got working. And we got another running back to commit. So we have that 3-star running back. We got a 2-star running back in the class, so that's good. Cliff Van Manen from Mount Enterprise, Texas. I don't know where that is, but we got a 2-star running back to commit, so that's good. Charles has reached top 5 schools. We're throwing on his list for this 3-star strong safety. Don't know if we'll land him, but we'll see. All right, well, now let's take a look at players leaving, because I'm sure some guys are going to be hitting. Well, fortunately, we have no guys that are hitting the portal, so that's good. But let's take a look at who's leaving. Joseph Adedire is leaving. Buchanan, our best offensive lineman, is leaving. So's Miller, so's Tillman. We're losing both of our starting tight ends, so I think getting multiple tight ends in that recruiting class was big. We're also losing Jacob Rodriguez. We're also losing Esters. We're losing Carroll. Our kicker is gone. So is our starting running back, Valdez. We're losing our Rodkey, who was our starting center, Caleb Douglas. He's projected to go in round 4 of the draft, so hopefully he gets drafted in the 4th. We also are losing the defensive back of the year, A.J. McCarty. He doesn't have. It looks like he doesn't have any pro aspirations as of right now. And it looks like that we actually finished with the number 8 ranking in all of college football. Then again, winning our bowl game 52-7 probably dictated that. But we finished the year in the top 10. That is awesome. We have 8 out of 8 persuasion that we can use, but I don't really think we need to, because we don't have anybody that's threatening to enter the transfer portal that we need to convince to stay. So, yeah. Well, Baron Morton doesn't have any, projections to be picked in the draft. So, of course, he's graduating. Tough to see Morton leave, but, hey, Jake Strong, Will Hammond, we're going to pick one of them and ride with them. We're also losing Imarian, a.k.a. Duda Banks. He's gone. We're losing Brady Boyd, who was mostly used as a kick returner. We're losing Isaac Smith. And, of course, we're losing Cannon Boone, our left tackle as well. So losing a couple of good players from our team. And, yeah. But we get Dylan Spencer coming back next year. He may have won all those awards, but he's coming back next year, so the sky is the limit for him. Let me check out the draft results, see if we had any of our guys selected. So Caleb Douglas was selected actually in round 3, so he got picked a round before he was projected to go, and Cameron Valdez got picked in the 6th round. And good, A.J. McCarty got his just dues and got picked in the 6th round. So Valdez and McCarthy both get drafted in the 6th round. So we had 3 Red Raiders drafted in the pros this year. That's awesome. We can definitely continue to use that as our pitch to recruits, because we've had offensive guys, we've had defensive guys go to the draft. So that's another good way that we can pitch to them. Hey, if you want to come here and get a chance to go to the pros, we can make something happen for you. So that's good. All right. Can't do anything else during this stretch, so let's go ahead and advance to the recruiting week 1 of 4. And this is where we take a look at the transfer portal. So let's take a look. We still can offer 5 more scholarships. So let's check this board and see who has interest in us at all. This wide receiver, Corbin Hendricks. We're 3rd on his list. I think I'm just going to look at guys that are 3rd on our list. I want to take a look at QBs. Is there a QB that has us listed in like, okay, this guy has us listed in the top 3. Stephen McLean from San Jose State, who we just beat. Let's put him on the board. Well, our board is full again, but let me see if we had anybody who... So this guy, Toania, hasn't committed yet. Did we lose any commitments or anybody like yet? No. Okay. All right. So let's start getting some of these points to these recruits that we put on the board from the transfer portal. Offer them a scholarship, and for Colvin Hendricks, this 3-star wide receiver, transfer portal. Let's send the house on him, and let me see if I can also DM him. Let's go ahead and search social media as well. We're going all in. All right. No jewel for Stephen McLean, transfer quarterback. Can I actually... Hendricks, can't schedule him for a visit. Okay. But McLean, we can actually schedule for a visit. So let's get him here this week. I don't know... Let's do athletic facilities as the pitch. Don't know how much it's going to sway him, but let's go ahead and spend as much as we can. Let's DM him. Let's also go ahead and search his social media. All right. So this Mercado, let's schedule a visit with him. Let's schedule a conference prestige with him. Let's schedule him for that. This punter, let's go ahead and send the house because we need to get a punter from this class. Let's also go ahead and search his social media, use up all these hours that we can. Let's see about scheduling visits with these guys that we don't have visits scheduled with yet. The strong safety, let's offer him a scholarship, schedule a visit during this next week. Conference prestige, he's interested in that. Let's go ahead as far as recruiting. Let's send the house. And let's do contact friends and family. Okay, so let's see who else we can schedule visits with. This 2-star. 2 stars. I don't know if I want to mess with them too much. Do we have anybody like up here who we still need to be looking at? No. Okay. All right, then. Okay, this corner. We can't schedule a visit with him. We scouted him 100%. Let's just go ahead and contact friends and family. I don't know if I want to send the house on a 2-star corner. He'll probably still commit. Are we first on his list? No, we're third. We're starting to sway him a little bit, but I don't know if we're going to land him or not. This guy, Wilcox, let's go ahead and schedule a visit with him. He actually is interested in the athletic facility, so let's go ahead and actually do that pitch. And as far as action, we're way out in front on his list, so I'm not going to send the house, but I'm going to spend points in every other department here. 500 hours we can still spend. This guy's on a visit. Let's go ahead and get a visit with Marrero, this free safety. We're number 2 on his list. Let's go ahead and do maybe athletic facilities for him as well. Let's go ahead and contact friends and family. Let's do DM and search his social media as well. All right, what about this guy? Let's offer a scholarship. I don't know. Let's actually save some of these scholarships. I don't know if I want to. Let's do some scouting though for these guys. We haven't done scouting for these guys yet. All right, well, none of these guys are gyms. These 2 stars, I'm going to do everything kind of right now, but send the house or offer them a scholarship. There's some of the few players that we can even do anything with. And I want to save some of those scholarships in case we need them when it comes down to, when it comes down to, swaying them or anything like that. Let's send the house, actually, for this 2-star corner. Can't send the house. I can't do anything with him either. All right. Well, we can't really use any more of these hours, so I'm actually gonna maybe I don't know if I save. I don't know if I skip. I don't know if I advance if I save these hours or not. If I can use it for next week because I want to take advantage of the portal. And we got a 2-star receiver, Richard Wilcox, out of Houston. That 2-star free safety, Brian Moretto, committed. Manu committed to North Texas, and we lost Corbin, that wide receiver who we added from the portal, who committed to TCU. But that quarterback, we could still be in the running for. But it frees up some space for us on our board to add some more portal guys. So let's do that. So we lost out on that 2-star corner. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and also get rid of Hendricks from the board. Let's go back to the portal. I'm really going to be sticking with the transfer portal during this point of the offseason. So McLean, we've actually moved up to second on his list, so that's good. Then again, if we can get established quarterbacks through the portal, I feel like it's not a terrible idea. I want to take a look at tight ends. Kind of don't really need a tight end, but these offensive tackles are kind of locked us out. Same thing with these guards. They've locked us out too. What about centers? No centers. Okay. But that guy's 5th. That guy's 6th. I don't want to waste my time with them. If anybody's got us in the top 3, I think they're worth it. This Tandy guy, but he's a 2-star. I don't know if I want to waste time with that. It's got to be like 3-star guys. Okay, this guy is in his top 3. Chanston Prox, corner who played at Sam Houston last year. Yeah, I'm adding him to the board. 4-star corner. We're 3rd on his list. Maybe too late in the game, but maybe we can sway him. Could use another free safety, so you know what? Ooh, both of these guys. This guy Ramirez, Santiago Ramirez from UT. Yeah, we're adding you to the board, sir. We're adding you to the board. Let's steal a Longhorn again. Okay, so we're pretty far down, though, on Prox's list. And even though we're 2nd for Ramirez, okay. Let's go all in. Let's go ahead and scout as much as we can for Ramirez. Let's get him on a visit. I don't know what his conference prestige with him. And you know what? Let's in the house. And let's also contact friends and family. Going ham on these guys. Let's offer a scholarship to Prox. Schedule a visit. Don't really know. Let's do athletic facilities for him. And let's go ahead and send the house. And let's contact friends and family as well. 3rd on for this guy, and we're 2nd for this guy, but A&M also offers him, but he doesn't have a visit with A&M yet. These guys don't have visits with anybody else. So yeah. This McLean, this quarterback, we're 2nd on his list, but we can't really do anything else with him. And I don't know if we really saved any of those hours, so we're going to let this kind of ride out. We're going to let it ride out. Let's see if we get anybody. Do we get anybody from the portal? Got a 3-star punter, Miguel Mercado from Crowley, Texas. 4-star punter. Or 3-star punter. So it looks like we lost out on McLean went into Arkansas. He went to Arkansas instead of us. And Prox committed to UTSA. And Ramirez decided to go to A&M. So far we haven't landed anybody from the portal. So Rodero and Doligia probably on the verge of committing to us. So we'll see how things go with that. And we've reached the top 3 for Charles Shembo, 3-star strong safety. So that's good. We're 2nd on his list. So let's go ahead and get back into the portal. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get rid of the guys who have said we're going elsewhere. At this point, I don't really know if we're going to be able to land anybody from the transfer portal. That's going to be a tough sledding. And the biggest reason for it is because a lot of these guys are starting to lock us out, and they don't really want too much to do with us. The interest, like, are we first on anybody's list in the portal? We're not first on anybody's list. Well, we're second for this guy, this 2-star free safety. Top 3, UMass. All right, well, let's just go position by position. Let's go maybe kickers and punters because, or any kickers and punters in the portal? No. Same thing happened last year. There were no kickers or punters that went to the transfer portal. Okay. Well, this 2-star safety, Kiernan, he's only 2 stars, but we're second on his list. He still has some narrowing down to do, so I think the odds are better for us that maybe we can land him. So I'm going to add him to the board. What about any outside linebackers? Nah, they're all locked up. Same thing with defense, tackles. We could add that defensive end, but we're 5th on this list. And I think offensive linemen, there's like no offensive linemen that are even interested, and also like lock this out. We can go. Well, let's maybe this tight. We'll put this tight end Dave Ball on our list. Just for the sake of it. No receivers, fullbacks, nah. What about running backs? I haven't looked at running backs in the portal. But this guy has his 8th on his list. He's not. I don't want to mess with him. Let's go back to QBs. Are there any QBs left? No. Okay. Let's just go any. Let's go recommended, and let's actually just go ahead and put this tight end on the list too, Lockie, and we'll do this. Yeah. Okay. So you know what? Let's actually remove this guy, and let's put this safety on the list. Okay, I don't know why I decided to go back. Let's go back in here. Go to the recruiting board again. All right. So Keeman, we're pretty far behind our lineup. We can't even schedule a visit with this guy. So we're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. We'll go ahead and send the house. We'll go ahead and contact friends and family as well. But right now, odds are not looking good for us. This tight end, we're 3rd on his list. We'll offer him a scholarship. Let's also go ahead and send the house. DM. Schedule a visit during the bye. Let's go athletic facilities. And let's go ahead and scout. It's not a gym or anything, so it's fine. And let's search his social media as well. Okay. Ishmael Smith Marchette, free safety. We're 3rd on his list. We're pretty low on his list. Offer scholarship to him. Schedule a visit during the bye week. Let's go with championship contender with him. I know that I haven't really done that one, but I decided to do that just because of haven't really used that one much at all, really, because we haven't won a championship yet. Haven't won a Big 12 title or anything. Okay, are any of these guys like ready for visits? Okay, Bilga is, even though he's a 2-star, let's go ahead and do conference prestige with him. Can we not schedule a visit with him? Oh, and we got to offer him scholarship. Okay. Conference prestige. Yeah. All right. Because of that, we can schedule a visit with Guidero. Go athletic facilities with him. We've offered him a scholarship, right? This guy? Yeah, we have. Okay, well, that was a new guy, too. Okay, so we've got a bunch of guys coming on visits, including some guys that we have in the portal, and everybody else that is up on this board has committed. So far, this is our class. That's the pride of the class. James Mancusko, who's probably going to be a middle linebacker. He's an athlete, but he's probably going to be best served at that position. We do have some 4-stars, including Grimm, Hitchcock, who's probably going to be our starting right tackle. We got a 4-star tight end, another 4-star athlete who may be a receiver or a tight end. Not really sure. We got a 4-star receiver in Guerrero. We've got a 3-star running back. And our quarterback, Cole, 4-star as well, Jeremiah Cole. RJ Drady was, I think, probably our first commit. Maybe not. We did have an instant commit with like tight ends, so yeah. Okay. Well, let's see how this week goes. If we get any more commits, because we had some visitors. Charles Shimbo, 3-star strong safety committed from Stephenville, Texas. Let's go. And we got another 2-star center, Wayne Gradaro. And we got, we got that safety from the portal, that free safety. Isham Smith-Marchette from Newmark, New Jersey. I forgot what school he played for, but we got a guy from the portal. And we've got Kiernan, another free safety, was 2-star. I believe he was a portal guy as well. Unfortunately, we lost that tight end, Dave, to Baylor. But okay, we landed a couple of guys from the portal, so that's successful, if you ask me. So let's go ahead and check out National Signing Day. And these are our guys. Let's go position by position. We got 3 quarterbacks, 4-star and 2 2-stars. Running backs. We got a 3-star in Alfonso Allen and a 2-star in Cliff. No fullbacks, but we got a few of those. Receiver-wise, we got a 4-star in Guerrero. We got a 4-star who's an athlete, but Maka Ika will probably be best used as a receiver, and we got 2 2-stars. Tight ends. Got 4 tight ends coming in here. We got Uchi, which was actually I think was an instant commit for it. We were like first on his list when the recruiting cycle began. 4-star tight end. We got a 3-star. We got 2 2-stars. Defensive tackle, offensive tackle. We only got 1 offensive tackle in the recruiting. Stephon Hitchcock from Missouri City, Texas, probably going to be our starter for this season. And we also got a 2-star left guard. I was really hoping that we could land better guards than that, but it is what it is. But center-wise, we got Grimm, who is a 4-star athlete, who will probably going to be used at center, but we also got Klutz, and we got Lorenzo, and we got Guadardo, so we got a bunch of centers. We could probably kick one of those guys out to guard, depending on how they do. We got 2 right ends, a 3-star and a 2-star. Defensive tackles, we got a 3-star and a 2-star. Outside linebackers, we got only 2 2-stars. Middle linebacker, we got a 5-star athlete who's going to be converted to middle linebacker, and we got another 2-star to go with him. Got 2 2-star corners. Free safety, we got a 3-star with Smith Marchette, who actually was from the transfer portal. And we've got D'Angelo Kiernan and Brian Marrero, our 2 2-star free safety commits. And we got a 3-star strong safety in Shimbo. Got no kickers. We did have 2 punters. Maybe one of those guys can be maybe those guys can become our next punter or kicker. We'll see. Now let's go position changes here. This is where we got to take a look and see what we have to work with here. Let's go to let's start with every position. We're going to go quarterbacks. We got a bunch of quarterbacks. We got 7 freaking quarterbacks in here. We're probably going to have to cut this roster down, so some of them may not make it. But right now, Jake Strong is our best-rated quarterback at 77 overall. That's a kind of a decent drop-off. Like, you can look at our ratings. We're only a 79 overall team. Now we got a 79 offense and an 80 defense. So we're starting to lose some pieces of this big engine that we've had over the last couple of years. So, we've got recruits that we have to replace, and, guys have to step up. And we got Will Hammond backing him up. We, of course, got Cole. Let me see if I can change maybe Cole's number. Maybe not. No, I'm not going to change his position. We can't change the numbers, but we can change positions right now. Halfbacks. Braxton Dawkins, 86 overall, senior. Valson, I want to take a look and see if he's better at receiver. No, he's better. His highest overall is as a running back. So we're going to keep him there. Can Friend's position be changed and have it be bigger? No, he can't. His best position is 66. Bradbury. Alfonso Allen is one of our freshmen, but will his overall change? No, he's best used as a back. Best used as a halfback. What about Cotton? Ooh. He can actually be better used as a rusher. Okay, this is let's change him to a right end. That's kind of crazy. I didn't think a halfback could go to a right end, but I want to get the best team out there on the field overall wise, so it's worth the risk. What about this Cliff guy? Is he better used as a fullback? Let's put him at fullback, actually, because it looks like that his overall goes up. Fullback. Jackson, still better used as a fullback. Trey Jackson. Ben Silva, still best utilized as a fullback. We got that Cliff guy to move. So yeah. All right. Kevin Mancuso. Well, his best position is to be a deep threat, so we're going to keep him there. What about Wilcox? His position go up? Actually, there's a way we can change them because we have a minimum amount at every position. Margos can actually change his position to a fullback. Let's go ahead and change that. Kiki. Highest position's tight end. What about Crum? He's one of our freshmen. No, let's just go with keep him at tight end. Brian Jones. Hire as a fullback. Reigns, another freshman. Let's keep him at tight end. I don't want to get too crazy with turning a bunch of guys into fullbacks. Tyson Turner's now at tight end. All right, offensive line. We got 279 guys. Ponton. I want to see if maybe we can get one of these guards possibly maybe into a tackle. What about this Carrera? He goes up being a left or a right tackle. Let's move him to right tackle then. About this Pino guy. Okay, he's good where his highest can get where he is. So Kemp is up to an 80, so he's our best lineman right now. What about Sheridan Wilson? Is he best to be? Yeah, I want to keep him at center. Klutz is actually going up when he's a guard, pass protector. Let's move him to left guard then. Wayne is actually better as a right guard, so let's move him over there then. And with Lorenzo, let's keep him where he is. Caden Carr, I think he's better where he is. Well, he can actually go up, I guess, but what about Crawford? Can he go up more? Let's move over to left tackle for him. Let's move Crawford over there. What about Still? I want to keep him at tackle. What about Hitchcock? 4-star. He's better used at right tackle. So I don't think Hitchcock will be a starter just yet, but Carrera, we moved him over before. Let me see about Amir Washington. Okay, he's better as a defensive end. It's Hardy. Let's see. Okay, well, it doesn't really make a difference. MoMA. Okay, well, he's the highest where he can be. What about George? All right. We didn't really recruit. We did get Frampton, I think. What about Cotton? Okay, well, he's better used as a rusher. Rubio. Defensive tackle, he goes up. So let's move him there. Frampton. He actually goes up as a defensive tackle. Okay. So let's go ahead and move some of these ends over to right end. Let's move Mama over to right end. And let's have Frampton move to... No, I think there was another guy. Am I thinking of somebody else? Defensive tackle. Okay. Yeah, Frampton, defensive tackle. Let's move him over. 3 defensive ends, 2 right ends, and a bunch of defensive tackles. A bunch of D tackles. Estrada, he actually is better at an end, so let's move him over there then. Canada, okay, he's better as a defensive tackle. His overall's not going to go up. Frampton, we already moved. What about Daly? Okay, he's better used as a tackle. What about Vargas? Even the tackle can't go up any more than that. Redshirt him. Blunt. Still defensive tackle is his best position. McAlfee. Still Cofield. He's an 81 overall. Rigsby is still 83 overall. So yeah. Dylan Spencer. Let's give him a linebacker. We got to utilize him. Anger. How about these middle linebackers? Oh, wow. So Justin Horn might actually better as a safety, but we got a bunch of safeties. Kalapalo? Okay. So his overall goes up by a point, but I don't think that makes a big a difference. I think I'm going to keep that where it is. What about Curry? You know what? Let's move over to right outside linebacker because I think we're losing Jacob Rodriguez over there, so we could use some extra help. And Dingle could be utilized as a safety, but I want to see what things are looking like over there before we decide to make that move. Baker to an 80, so we're keeping him there. Curry's going to kind of back him up, take the pressure off. That helps. What about Beach? It's still the same. He's not really changing his overall. What about Rayner? He's better as a defensive end, actually. Let's move him to right end. Right outside linebackers are right corners. So Horn and Peoples are our top corners right now. All right, Spencer Folk. He's best as a corner. What about Sims? He's a freshman too. All right, well. Darby maybe move to safety. No, I think a lot of these guys are kind of have to stay where they are. Ryan Ranny. You go to safety actually, or a linebacker. Let's put him in left outside linebacker actually. Get some more depth over there. It'll help out with some more depth. Besides Spencer, we got 3 linebackers. What about Collins? He's better at corner. Thompson, Peoples, and all that. Let's keep him there. Ryan Marrero. He's actually better at corner, so let's put him at corner. Kiernan. Best of free safety. Let's keep him there. Reyna. Free safety. All right. Smith, who we got from the portal. You know what? He actually goes up being a corner, so let's move him over to corner. What about Pilot? He actually can become a halfback. He gets... But you know what? We have enough halfbacks. Let's keep him where he is. Let's do Myers. Let's keep Lewis where he is as well. So we got Sanford and Chapman Lewis, 81 and a 79. Brandon Jordan's up to an 80. He's the senior this next year. Chimbro, who's a new guy. It doesn't really go up too much. Alfiti, he doesn't really go up that much, so keep him there. Steed. Doesn't really make too much of it. Does it? I don't know. Oh, I hit the wrong guy. Safety. Okay. I think we're good there. All right, kickers. Can any of these punters be a kicker? Okay, Miguel Mercado goes up to a 66 as a kicker. That doesn't put him above Yoon. What about Ralston? Okay, he doesn't go up anymore. What about Montez? Does he go up more being a kicker? He goes up to a 70. Okay, so let's move him to kicker. Montez, what about Yoon? Is he going to be a better punter? Okay, no, not really, but we have 3 kickers. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So those are the position changes I wanted to do. Probably means we're going to have to cut some players from the roster, too. I don't know who that is. All right. Training results. Who got better? Who changed? Whose overall went up? So Will Hammond is actually up to an 80. Okay, so he had a better off-season training than Strong did. Think Will Hammond may be our starter week 1. And Valson got up to an 88. So I think he's eclipsed Dawkins in terms of starting running back. Fullback, we're going to have still Jackson. 93 now, Micah Hudson. Lincoln, Davis. Tight end. So Dylan Shaw is up to an 82 at left tackle. We got an 81 Samuel Crawford, so that's good. Kemp is up to an 85. That's good. Our center is still Sheridan Wilson at a 79. I thought we had more than one center. What? Maybe those are all the only guys that did training. 79. Okay. Spencer went up. Roberts went up. So did Baker, Curry. They're both 83. 84, 83, and another 83. So we actually got up to an 83 overall now. So we're actually kind of right back to where we were ever since now that we did the training. So the demise might have been exaggerated just a little bit. Kicking and punting got a little bit better, it looks like. Our kicker's up to a 77. So that's nice. And we can finally upgrade coaching skills. We have 20 points to spend. So we spend points here. Let's go ahead and hot hand, pay it forward. Hot hand, running back. Let's do this for running backs. Put in work, locked in running back. So 5 points to spend. And we'll do put in work, quarterback. All right. So we were able to upgrade McGuire a little bit. So that's good. Okay. Let's advance to next week. Probably going to have to cut some players from the roster because I got to imagine our roster's pretty full. So let's see. Oh, this is encouraged transfers. Okay, this is basically kind of like cutting down the roster. Man, we got to cut down this roster big time. We got to go position by position. Lane Lee. Let's encourage him to transfer. I know he was part of the class we first had, but yeah. And I think Quincy Bradbury, I have to encourage him as well because we got to start trimming down this roster. I think we have too many fullbacks. Let's see if we can convince Silva to transfer. Wide receivers, can't do anything with any of these guys. But that's probably a good thing. Kiki, let's encourage him to transfer. Pretty thin at, offensive line in certain ways. So kind of not a big fan, but okay. Pina, let's encourage him to transfer. Can't do anything with recurrence. Candidate, let's encourage him to transfer. Right ends. Left outside linebackers, no. Middle linebackers. 57 guy would be convinced to. But, all right, Folk, encourage you to transfer. Free safety. Steed, encourage him. And special teamers. We still got to cut more guys. All right, well, this quarterback, I think also we need to encourage to cut. We got 5 QBs right now, including some of the new guys. And I think Framed, we're going to encourage him to transfer as well. 4 running backs now. And, Crum, encourage him to transfer. Hardy, hate to encourage him because he's looked pretty solid. And, Vargas, and I think Blunt. Beach, sorry. Darby, we're going to do the same thing with you. Encourage you to transfer. Okay. One more. Moffitt, we're going to encourage you to transfer as well. All right. We're down to 85. All right. Custom conferences, I don't want to mess with that. We'll advance next week. I wonder if I can change some of these guys' numbers because some linemen have numbers in the single digits, and that won't sit well with me if I can't change them. But yeah, let me see. Can I change? Let's be roster. I also need a red shirt, guys. Okay, so Will's wearing 15 like he always has. Cole, can I change his number? New player card. I don't know if I want a quarterback rocking 0. Maybe at the beginning of the season when I can change the numbers, but I don't know. Some schedules. All right. Something in the preseason. Do need a red shirt player, so. Roster. Yeah, do need to red shirt some players. I guess I can't red shirt. Oh, do I? Can I red shirt? I still red shirt here? Should be able to. Okay. All right. Good. So, Drake, we're going to red shirt you. And we're going to do the same thing with Doliga. But Cole, you're going to be our 3rd string quarterback. And Alfonso Allen, we're going to red shirt you. We're also going to redshirt Margos and also Van Man. Receivers. Going to redshirt Wilcox and Mancusko. And Ika as well. Let's go and redshirt Reigns. And, let's go ahead and redshirt Klutz as well. Let's go ahead and redshirt Lorenzo. Carrera, let's redshirt you as well. Let's redshirt Estrada. Frampton, Daly, we're going to redshirt you guys. Sims, Rayo, Lawrence. 5 corners. Green, Jimbo, redshirt kicker. All right, cool. Redshirting is done. And I guess let me take a look at actually the roster because I want to take a look at the team numbers, the player numbers. This quarterback's got to wear number 0, I guess. Halfback 688. I know that's an odd number, and Allen's got 5. Fullback wearing number 14 looks a little bit weird. I can't change any of these numbers. That's kind of annoying. Did any of the linemen have weird numbers now? Okay, well, Cotton, a defensive end, having a single-digit number, I'm not too upset about. Roberts will be a senior this year, so that'll be one player we're going to have to replace in the future. Okay, so no awkward numbers like a lineman wearing number 12, because that was what I was seeing this season. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of set up the recruiting board, even though the offseason has, you know. So let's go ahead and set up. I'm going to go ahead and set up the recruiting board and get recruiting kind of started before we jump into you know, basically the 2026 season, and we'll kind of start to kind of wrap up this live stream. All right, so let's take a look and see who's got us interested. This halfback has a second. So does this corner. This guy has a third. This guy has a third as well. This guy has his third. He's a 4-star right guard. Okay, good. Second, 3-star corner. He's got us. Receiver. I'm going to go ahead and put this quarterback as a 3-star. We don't really need a quarterback, but he's got his first on the list, so I might as well. 3-star receiver. He's got his third on the list. This guy's got his second. He's a 3-star quarterback. Kind of going after the guys that, you know, have an interest. 3-star. 4-star free safety got his third on the list. Tackle. 2-star halfback. Another 2-star halfback. This 3-star athlete's got his number 1. Okay. 3-star athlete has a second. This guy's got a second. He's a 3-star quarterback. Another 3-star quarterback. Ooh, a 4-star free safety. Okay, that's good. He's got his third. Two-star right guard. He's got his third. This corner's got his first. Yeah, I got to put him on the board. Ooh, a 3-star fullback. Well, I mean, that's interesting. Hey, Peter, what's up? Yeah, I'm ready for kickoff too, my man. I just finished season number 2, and right now I'm in setting up the recruiting board for season 3. I'm actually going to probably wrap up the live stream here in a couple of minutes. I'll talk a little bit about year 2 at the end. So I actually led the team to the Big 12 championship game. We lost to Arizona, but we went to a bowl game. We went to the Guaranteed Rate Bowl because we lost, but we finished the season overall ranked eighth in the country. But we went to the bowl game ranked number 14. We beat San Jose State like 52-7, so we blew the brakes off of them. And we finished in the final college football playoff rankings at number 8, so that was pretty good. Had a pretty good offseason of recruiting. Now I'm just kind of filling up the board for year number 3. So you can go to the toilet bowl, yeah. The thing is, man, San Jose State was so inferior to us because they finished like 8-4. I don't know why they were in the bowl game with us and why we had to go to a game that was lower tier than that. I was fully expecting us to go to some, I don't know, like the Cheez-It Bowl or something like that. Even though we lost the championship game, I still felt that we deserved a better bowl game than that. But I don't know. This game is doing its own thing. Okay, so that's the recruiting board that we have. So I want to see who has us like number 1 on their list. Because I wonder if I can get an instant commit. This 3-star quarterback, we are number 1 on his list. Yeah, Alamo Bowl. Yeah, I kept saying Cheez-It Bowl, but I think the Alamo Bowl should have been one that we got for sure, but didn't happen. So you know what? I'm going to offer this guy a scholarship, and he's not an instant commit. Okay, well, it is what it is. But this 3-star quarterback, Brian Ayu from Grapevine, Texas, he's first on our list. We're first on his list. He's a 3-star quarterback, so already starting off the recruiting cycle pretty decently. I'm going to go ahead and send the house, and I'm also going to go ahead and DM him and search his social media. Okay. So, I don't know why I did that by accident. All right. I want to keep taking a look, see who has us first on their list. Can we get an instant commit? We'll see. All right, Kate. This 3-star athlete, Suggs. We're first on his list. Instant commit. All right. We got a 3-star athlete to commit before the season even begins. I guess his best position is going to be a running back, something like that. So yeah, that's awesome. Got an instant commit. I think we're first on a couple of other players' lists, so let's go ahead and knock those out. Okay, we're first on this guy's list. He's a 2-star corner. Okay, no instant commit. That's fine. It's not a gym either, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and send the house. Let's go contact friends and family. I keep doing that. Backing out of the recruiting menu. It takes a while to get used to this. No lie. Okay, so who has us number 1 also? I think there was at least one more recruit who had us number 1 on this list. No? Okay, that's fine. We'll just go player by player. All right. First of all, let's scout all these guys. We found a diamond 3-star running back. Diggs. Found another diamond in the rough. Another one with Kiki King, a 4-star corner. Nice. Richard Beach, 3-star corner. He's a gem as well. Also this Deanbo. This quarterback. Merchant. Nope, okay. What about Magnifico? That is definitely an Italian name. Not a diamond. Not one with Juan either. Punk. And not finding a lot of diamonds, but that's fine. Nope. Castillo wasn't one of them. Ooh, but Espinoza. 4-star free safety. He's a jewel. What about a Togway? Beavers. Great last name, sir. Only got 5 more hours to spend, so let's start at the top of the list. And with Badeos, let's go ahead and just offer him a scholarship. We're still having plenty of recruiting to do, obviously. All right. Week 0. All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this live stream. Shout out to Peter. Shout out to Weston for checking out the stream. Pretty good way to wrap up year 2. We had some awards. We had a big win in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. Pretty good overall season in year 2 of the Texas Tech Dynasty. Hopefully 2026 is going to be the year that we can hopefully get back to the Big 12 title game and we can finish the deal. We're going to have to do it with really a big new cast of players on offense. New quarterback, looking like that's going to be Will Hammond for this year based on his overall going up during training. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.